Your private transfer ascends gracefully through winding Alpine roads, each turn revealing landscapes blanketed in untouched snow. The peaks stand in silent reverence, towering monuments to timeless grandeur. At 1,850 meters, the Cheval Blanc Courchevel emerges, its wooden facades dusted with fresh powder, icicles hanging like crystal jewelry against the warm glow of lantern-lit balconies. The moment you step out, the air wraps around you, crisp, clean, a taste of rarefied heights reserved for those who rise above the world. A concierge greets you by name, offering a fur-lined cloak to shield you from the soft snow beginning to fall. You step into the lobby. The scent of aged pine, white truffle oil, and the faintest trace of Guerlain's exclusive winter fragrance fills the air. Your suite key is presented not across a counter, but on a silver tray lined with silk. You're led past roaring fireplaces and hallways lined with contemporary art that feels both avant-garde and deeply rooted in heritage. When the door to your suite opens, it's as if a private universe has unfolded. A grand fireplace crackles softly. Cashmere throws drape effortlessly over a velvet chaise. Floor-to-ceiling windows reveal a panoramic view of the Trois Vallées, white expanses untouched, as if nature itself paused for your arrival. A chilled bottle of Moët Chandon rosé sits waiting, flutes already prepared. You pour slowly, the bubbles rising in delicate streams, the glass cool against your fingers. You sip and watch the snowfall, every flake a quiet affirmation that here, above the world, you own the rhythm of time itself. As you settle into the warmth of your suite, the weight of the world melts. There is no urgency, no agenda, only presence, only elevation. The silence outside is cathedral-like, broken only by the distant call of wind over ridgelines. You walk barefoot across heated oak floors, the sensation grounding you as though the suite itself recognizes your sovereignty. On the nightstand, a handwritten note from the maître de maison awaits. Everything you touch here belongs to your higher self. You read it twice, smile, and let yourself sink deeper into the embrace of curated quiet. In the walk-in dressing room, rows of garments hang like a private gallery, each piece tailored, elegant, waiting for the version of you who owns every room. A drawer opens to reveal hand-stitched leather gloves and a pair of vintage Cartier ski goggles. You slide them on just for a moment and catch your reflection. Regal, unapologetic, timeless. You are not simply visiting luxury, you are its embodiment. The next morning, the sky is a perfect canvas of pale blue, stretched tight above a world of pure white. You dress slowly, pulling on expertly tailored ski attire that moves like silk but shields like armor. Your private ski butler meets you slopeside. Your equipment is perfectly prepared, custom skis polished to a mirror finish, boots warmed to just the right temperature. Moët Chandon is served before your first descent. The champagne is crisp, a liquid celebration that lingers on your tongue as you step into your bindings. You push off gently. The snow beneath your skis responds like velvet under silk. You don't race down the mountain, you glide, each curve a calculated surrender to gravity's graceful invitation. Other skiers fade from view. You exist in a corridor of silent white, the only sounds the rhythmic carve of your edges and the deep expansive pulse of your own breathing. At the halfway mark, a private terrace waits, a hidden chalet offering truffle-infused hot chocolate and freshly baked almond croissants. You pause, sit before a crackling outdoor fire, and look out over a landscape that feels sculpted solely for your gaze. You descend again, this time faster, liberated, the cold air whipping through your hair as laughter escapes unrestrained, echoing through the stillness like a royal decree of joy. When you finally return to the base, your butler is waiting with a warmed towel and a flute of Krug Grande Cuvée. You sip slowly, heart racing but completely at peace. You lean back against the fur-lined lounge chair, snow falling lightly around you, and realize this is not sport. This is ceremony. This is freedom in its purest, most luxurious form. Later, you take a turn through a glade untouched by others, snow sparkling like crushed diamonds in the morning light. A solitary hawk arcs overhead, its wings outstretched in majestic symmetry. You mimic its glide, weaving between pines in total communion with the mountain. This is not movement. It is poetry written on a white canvas that only you are allowed to read. And as you carve one final curve, you smile. This moment will never repeat, and that's what makes it eternal. A discreet drone follows at a respectful distance, capturing your descent in cinematic clarity, slow-motion elegance for your private archive. Back at the lodge, your footage is waiting on an embossed crystal drive, already edited, soundtracked with ambient cello. Later, you'll watch it wrapped in fur, glass of Dom Perignon in hand, reliving the beauty you created simply by being. But for now, you're content to live it only once, because this is the kind of wealth that does not need to be shared to be real. The warmth of the spa greets you like a sigh of relief, the scent of wild Alpine herbs and Guerlain's exclusive Cheval Blanc fragrance curling through the air. You are welcomed into a private treatment suite where floor-to-ceiling windows frame the snowy peaks beyond, turning every moment of indulgence into a visual meditation. Your therapist arrives, their movements as graceful as the falling snow outside. They begin with a signature body exfoliation, using diamond powder and rare alpine botanicals, each stroke a delicate reminder that you are not shedding stress, but revealing your truest radiance. You are guided into a thermal suite where warm stone benches cradle your body. Steam infused with lavender and wild thyme swirls gently around you, opening every sense to the present. The Guerlain massage begins. Liquid gold oils warm against your skin, their rich scent mingling with the faint notes of burning cedarwood from a hidden hearth. Each touch unknots not just muscles, but years of subtle resistance. You feel layers of old tension fall away, replaced by an overwhelming sensation of lightness. Your mind drifts in and out of waking dreams, snowflakes melting against window panes, the distant echo of bells across the peaks, the warm weight of a heated silk blanket tucked over your shoulders. A final facial ritual uses crushed pearls and white orchid serum, leaving your skin luminous. You rise slowly, feeling as if you've emerged from a cocoon, not changed, but returned to the most sovereign version of yourself. You sip herbal tea infused with wild rose hips, sitting quietly by the spa's private indoor pool. And as the snow continues to fall outside, you think, I don't chase clarity. I receive it by simply being here. As you return to the lounge, a soft gong resonates through the space, its vibration deep, ancient, cellular. You pause mid-step, eyes closed, letting the sound dissolve tension from your bones and whisper to your nervous system. You are safe. You are sacred. A new stillness takes hold, not empty, but rich, a fullness only found in places this rarefied. You are not just relaxed, you are rewritten. The spa attendant presents a warmed robe woven with micro-silver threads, antibacterial, grounding, subtly energizing. You slip into it and feel cocooned in something beyond comfort. more like reverence. She hands you a crystal, clear quartz charged in the snow outside, and says nothing because no words are needed. You hold it to your heart and know. This is what it means to be reintroduced to yourself. The evening unfolds gently. You return to your private suite where the fire has already been lit. The room glows with a soft golden warmth that dances across the wooden beams and polished stone. You slip into a cashmere robe, settle before the fireplace, and watch as the flames flicker against the snowy darkness beyond the windows. Dinner is served in suite, a private chef preparing a tasting menu that is both bold and comforting. Seared foie gras with caramelized figs, truffle risotto that melts on your tongue, a final course of dark chocolate soufflé served with a hint of Himalayan sea salt. Each bite feels like a small universe, rich, layered, perfectly balanced. You savor slowly, wine glass in hand, knowing there is no rush. Presence is the highest form of gratitude. As the meal concludes, you step onto your private terrace. The cold bites at your cheeks, but the view is worth every sharp breath. Stars scatter across the night sky, their brilliance mirrored in the frozen stillness of the mountain landscape. You close your eyes and stand in silence, letting the vastness remind you that you are not small in the universe. You are the universe, condensed into human form, powerful, limitless, and beautifully present. Inside, the chef reappears only once more to pour a rare vintage of Châteauneuf-du-Pape, the glass glinting like garnet in firelight. He bows lightly before exiting through a hidden door, leaving only silence, scent, and sensation in his wake. You sip, you sigh, you let your thoughts wander like embers, glowing and dissolving into the soft dark. This is not dinner. This is devotion. You lower yourself onto the velvet chaise beside the fire, toes curled under the softness of hand-woven wool. The flames dance like old stories retold in light. Each flicker feels like a memory you've yet to live. You press your cheek to a heated pillow and whisper nothing at all, because even silence now feels like luxury. The world outside spins, but here, time bends to your breath. Later that night, wrapped in the softness of layered furs, you recline near the fire, watching the embers glow faintly against the darkened room. You hold a final glass of aged cognac, the liquid swirling like liquid gold. Each sip warms not just your body, but your very sense of belonging in this elevated life. In this perfect stillness, you realize abundance is not created through striving. It is accessed through deep, unwavering being. You close your eyes, feeling the weight of the blankets, the warmth of the fire, the soft beat of your own heart in perfect alignment with the stillness of the mountain beyond. And as you drift into sleep, a final thought settles into your consciousness like a golden thread. I do not need to climb higher. I am already standing at the summit.